rock and roll. Picking up where we left off earlier this week. And let's take a look at where we are. I'm running into some of the libraries needed to be up. Oh, well, this might be a short. This might be short. So that worked. Let's take a look. The last thing I did was I changed the pack CLI. The pack CLI, I needed an ARM64 version to run to build this ARM64 version. So let's take a look. That looks like it worked. Let's see if we have a new version. I got the ARM version. Let's do this. It's me. Oof, I gotta do all the security stuff. Wrong one. It's Friday. I'd like to get something done. Let's check a box for this week. I need to authenticate. Hello. All right, so I only got the ARM version. Why did that? Because this should have kicked off as well. Okay, this should have kicked off 3 days ago. So it only built the ARM. This shouldn't be enabled. Right, but why didn't this go? Because I disabled it, I bet. What am I missing here? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Why did I have that turned off? Oh, that creates the manifest. So how come? Oh, because I don't need those anymore. Okay. Yeah, so to create the manifest, I just got to run this. That's it. So this should work. So the way that this works is upstream Paketo doesn't have a AMD or an ARM64 version yet. Daniel Makusa has created a new stack. We haven't grabbed that new stack yet. But I create a stack. I create an ARM64 stack. And I create an ARM64 builder. I replace all the things that need ARM64 specific stuff. And if you request my builder on x86, you'll just get the Paketo x86 version. If you're on ARM64, you'll get my version. But there's a manifest. I just take those two files, those two images, and I stick them together. So it's very like duct tape and bash, but it works. And what we're doing now is updating to support some of the new. Yes, we are picking up where we left off on, was it yesterday? Earlier this week, whatever day it was. But yes, picking up where we left off. We made a couple of improvements. Thanks for joining. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to create our manifest that has both versions, and then we're just going to validate that it still works. So all I've done is made it now so that my scripts work and I get the builders. I haven't tested the other parts of the builder. I might need to do some changes for the yarn package and the node engine package. So I haven't validated that yet, but first things first. Let's see if we can get this manifest working. And let's make sure that the stuff that worked before still works. So how would we do that? On this box, on our Mac box, we would grab a project like this one. And we might do some things like upgrade it. See, we're on 3.0.6 now. So we could go here and we could say, instead of 3.0.4, we could say, hey, let's get up to 3.0.6. And for our builder, it's gonna grab builder tiny. So yeah, let's see what happens. That's what we'll do for our test. Did the music slow down? All right. Sounded funny. So yes, let's pick up where we left off. Nothing fancy here. This is just taking a while. I created the manifest. This shouldn't take that long. Why is it taking so long? It's there. It's already done. So why didn't this update? That's interesting. That's interesting why that job isn't done, because I can see here that the image is already there. So let's go and run our test here. So we're on an M1. We expect that this will work. We're using this little gateway project that we've got. Cradle, dub, boot, build, image. You know what though? I'm gonna do this first. I'm going to go to Docker Desktop. I'm gonna get rid of all the images because I want to make sure that I'm using the one that just got generated. So let's do this. Let's get rid of all this stuff. I'm just making sure that I don't, because I was building the build pack on my machine to test, I want to make sure that I don't have any old build packs. I want to make sure that I'm testing the build pack that I just created. And I can do that in multiple ways. I could change it to the version, because I think I give it I gave it a tag for today. So I could do this as well. I could go here and say, let's make sure to run the one that we just generated today. There. Let's do that. All right. That music sure does slow down when I'm doing stuff. Only slightly, but I can definitely tell. I gotta figure out something. So far, so good. What was happening before was it was breaking during the native image step. Okay, and we're still breaking during the native image step, and we're still breaking at the same spot. So now I'm wondering if something else has changed upstream. So I think, so I ran into this before, but I think this is, it might be because I'm using the tiny builder instead of the base builder, but it worked before. So what? So I know it changed. Before I was calling it, I changed to Jammy versus Focal. So I'll show you here. I have, not in this project. Jammy and Focal. All right, so let's think of why don't I have GCC? So if we go back to my stack, let's look here. I do my things. Create the focal stack. What? Yep. There's nothing really. So this is focal. C certs. Here's the right. This is base. Build. Gets. Build essential. Build essential gives me the GCC. Saw a surprise appearance on the Spring 1 ramp up. I love you reminded him to shout out his books. Which was it? Oh, with Paul Baker. That was a good session. That was an absolute good session. Did you happen to catch Jonathan Schneider yesterday talking about open rewrite and modern? Because that was also good. Those were like a 1-2 punch that are definitely worth watching if you haven't watched it. Yes, wonderful. Wonderful. So here I can see, in at least with Focal, I'm getting the build essentials. Let's go take a look here. And it doesn't look like I'm doing that here. Right? See how that could be different? So here, I do the run and the build in the same Docker file. And with Focal, I call it tiny, even though I think this is actually might be tiny. I got a little bit of work to do here. So what I want to do, what I think I want to do here is, I think I just want to add build essentials. And I'm completely guessing here. I'm thinking, oh, right on. Yes, it's a good watch. Corey did a great job of hosting, and I've been a big fan of Open Rewrite and what they're doing over there at Modern. And even though I felt like I've kind of been staying current, there was tidbits in yesterday's stream that were awesome. Yes! And Tim DeBeek is awesome as well. So I'm hoping that I can learn a little bit from him. I was sent some URLs to some of the stuff that he's done, so I got to go do some studying. But definitely agree on that. All right. All right. I think I'm just gonna do. We're gonna try this. What could go wrong? In the build, I want to provide build essentials. I want to provide the GCC. So I'm going to go up here, and I think it's just this base. Not there. That's the wrong. Wait, I'm the wrong one. Here. I think I just want to add. What just happened? In my jammy build, my focal right here. I think I just need this. JQ. Let's try. Let's see. Would it be tiny then? So I'm gonna do this just to get it to work, and then I'll go and try to make them match. Because what we're doing now is I'm in the stack, and my stack is different. Daniel Makusa has done the work to make the multi-architecture stack. So I'm gonna make this one work, and then I'll switch to his. Hopefully this is the problem. So let's just grab this from Focal, and we're gonna put it into the jammy build. Base files. Build essential. Let's try that. And I'm going to do it on this other machine just so I'm not confusing myself. All right, so our build, our image worked. Our build pack works. It probably works without. If I go here and I make this false, we think that it'll work because it doesn't need GCC. Make it work, then make it fast, then make it pretty. This is good. This is good. Make it work, make it fast, then make it pretty. I like that. Solid. Okay, so yes, as we expected, this works without. So all we did was kind of validate that we just need the GCC in our builder. I validated that my computer cannot handle streaming that audio when I'm doing anything else. Also, so weird. So here that's running. Let's go over and check out our builds, which take like a couple of minutes. And these passed before. We expect them to pass again. We're gonna get a new version. So now when I did the jammy stack, it worked. Look, there we go, setting up GCC. That's good. So just out of curiosity, let's see if that happened back here on jammy stack. Not in that one, it didn't. We did not see setting up GCC. All right. Perhaps this is all that we need. All right. And if my little eye spied correctly, you're making Almaray happy. I think I saw Jay. Yes. So let me show you what's happening. And this is what we'll jump to if we get this one done. Where did I put it? Hello. JReleaser buildpack. Yes. I'm working on a JReleaser buildpack. So there's another version here. I started from the COBOL build pack that I'd done because that was just like make a build pack from nothing. So this is a fork of that COBOL build pack, and I started a new repository where I'll copy over some of my work. So we'll get into that. I'd like to get this one done first. But yeah, your little eyes have spied correctly. All right, so we're back here. We're going to validate as soon as this is done. My ARM64 image is running. It's doing its thing. It's going a little slow. It's going slower. I can't see. All right, that'll take a minute. Oh, there we go. So that's done. Now, the way that I have it tagged, it's going to have the same tag, and it will have replaced this tag. So where it was 255.22, oh, this one, 174.77. Let's hit refresh, and we'll see. Oh, wait, it says 14 minutes ago. Oh, because I didn't go rerun the manifest. I gotta do this part. No, actions. So now let's rerun our glue. Because we know that we generated the build pack, but what we ran into problems when we were trying to validate the build pack with the native image, we didn't have GCC. So now we're adding GCC and we should be good to go. That might actually be a nice underappreciated topic for the office hours for when Dan is back. Releasing things to Maven Central and akin isn't mentioned too well. Absolutely. I'm excited to use, so I'll be honest, I haven't used JReleaser very often. I have contributed to projects that use JReleaser, but I haven't used it myself. I'm excited to use it and start releasing things. The practice that I want to be in, the way that I'm hoping, or that I feel most comfortable is I want to have things in place that match what you're doing. I want to be able to exercise those muscles the same as you do. Like, so your path to production, I want to have a similar path to production. I want to be able to release things in a similar fashion as the community does so that we can talk the talk, right? There's one side, and this is where my head goes. There's one side of what we do, and that's creating the code, like doing the hello world, doing the app, and doing the spring, and having an artifact, a jar, or an image. But then what about the rest? And my head doesn't stop, and maybe it's because of Josh Long telling me, you know, the best place is production. My head doesn't stop until I have the artifact, the code, somewhere in production. And, you know, we can glue and we can download and Docker pull all the images and stuff, and we can deploy it that way. But it would be nicer to have a process that's similar to the way that you're doing it, right? People, well, nobody wants to be manually doing a Docker pull of a specific version and pushing that to production. I think that the right way to do it is have some workflow, some auditable workflow that says, hey, here's what is in, we validated it, and we can show and declare what should be in production. And something like JReleaser is really going to help. Fully agreed. It's why I'm also looking into it myself. It's always nice to at least have notions to be able to help others give input. Absolutely. All right. So did that work? 2 minutes ago? Is that the one that we just did? Because I was distracted. Yes, 2 minutes ago. So we should now have a new version that this should be different. but it's not. Oh, because the run image is going to be the same. The build, no. Why is that not different? I expect that to be different. Well, let's go. Let's see what happens. I think I can do this because I want to make sure I get the new version. Hello. I want to make sure I get the new version of the builder. Let's go and delete it. And then let's try this again. Back to our little test sample project. That's going to be the same. And what we're hoping is we don't run into the GCC not found. Because we put build essentials, which included GCC, we put that into our image. My concern is that the image size didn't change at all. And why is that? Why would that be? Oh, what should be different is the stack, not the builder. What should be different is here. Oops. What should be different is the stack build. So this stack build for tiny, that is the value that would have changed. All right, so let's go back. Uh-oh, we're into the same-ish. Is it the same? Yeah, GC, not found. Okay, what is happening here? All right, so let's circle back. Yes, very interesting. What's happening? So, Deshaun Builder, the builder that we just built, we're pulling in all the stuff that we expect. And what it's going to do is pull down the build image. So did I get... Wait, it only pulled down Jammy Run. It only pulled down Jammy Run. Why didn't it pull down Jammy Build? Why didn't it pull down Jammy Build? Maybe I've got mislabeled something. So I did a new Jammy Build, but it only pulled down Jammy Run. Well, am I doing something wrong? Oops, wrong project, cancel. Am I doing something wrong no, because I'm building them both. Jammy Build is what we changed. Now, Jammy Run. the simple test here. The simple test here is just to add the build essential to the jammy run, right? But that's not what we should be doing. I'm gonna get rid of this real quick. Please hold. Do a little maintenance. I'm trying to figure out how to moderate this, get rid of the spam. Please hold. I'm new to this. I'm no good. Oh, thank you so much. I moved my mic. I noticed yesterday I was recording and there was just a real bad echo from the room, and I think it was because I had the mic pointing in the wrong direction. So I tried something different. Thank you so much for giving me that update. Trying to figure out, go back to chat, how do I remove this message? Seems weird. All right, here we go. Here we go. There we go. All right. That took a while. That was a nice distraction. I don't like spam. All right, here we go. So what we are doing is we're throwing this into, again, I'm just trying to, right, where is it? Make it work. Let's make it work, then make it fast, then make it pretty. So we're gonna try to make it work. And what we saw was that we're pulling down the jammy run, which has me a little bit confused. And we're gonna make a change to jammy run to add GCC. That's it. Kind of makes sense. Add build essential. Ooh. Is it essential or essentials? Essential. Yeah, all right, that's what we think. That's what we think. So while that's building, we know that we'll have to do a manifest, but while that's building, we can hop over here to this other. We're just gonna work on build packs today, but we can hop over to this other J releaser, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy over some stuff. I think I'm gonna try to do it slightly different. I'm gonna copy this, or I'm gonna do it like this. New directory. Start build. See, the other repositories don't do it this way. Right now I'm thinking about my repository and packaging. Remember, I should let's go back to this. Right, let's make it work, then make it fast, then make it pretty. So I'm not going to worry about what it looks like. Let's make it work the way that we know how to make it work. Okay, new directory. We're going to build pack, and in that build pack, we're going to make a directory called bin. And in there, we are going to put our build, yep, and our detect. Okay, so our build is going to look like this. Oop, not that one. Our detect, we know. I think I can do this. Ugh. The copy paste in the JetBrains client doesn't work the way I want it to. Pipe fail. Let's check for presence of JUE configuration files. So this is just saying, hey, like, ooh, where we're at, JReleaser.yaml or TOML or I can't type. Hello. And so this is for the detect space. If we find one of those, we want to make it 0. Say yes, yes indeed. Otherwise, no. And this failure just means like, hey, I'm not going to participate. This build pack. It's not good or bad. Just that's it. That's all that needs. What I want to do, sure. I gotta figure out this audio. This is I want to have music. I want to have like tunes happening, but I can't have that like slow down. That will throw me off. Let's do this plus build pack bin build and detect. All right, so this is no, that's good. Everything else looks good. So now on the build, what is our build gonna look like? We're gonna start it the same way. Oh boy. I'm gonna do it here. See, that's so weird. Copy paste. It doesn't work this way. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. So we got a start on our build. Let's go back here and take a look. What's our progress? Dashboard. So now I'm looking back at the one we just made. We added build essentials to Jammy Run. That worked. Now we're going to kick off our manifest. And we'll let that run. It should take about a minute. Let's scoot back. Work on the JReleaser. This has to be like a me thing, like switching back and forth between projects. They're both build packs. But yeah, switching back and forth between projects, probably not the easiest to watch. You kind of have to follow like where my mind is at. So here is where we're gonna get our build example from. So there was already an example of JReleaser using an Azure pipeline. So I'm gonna follow kind of that same path. So for an Azure pipeline using JReleaser, here's what it does. It says, hey, let me make sure I've got Java and Maven, and then just go grab the latest version of the JReleaser and then run that JReleaser. Let's just do that same thing in the build pack. It'll make it simple. It'll make it simple. Do I want to tackle the multi-architecture part right now? I kind of do. We'll pause. Let's go check our manifest. Let's think about that. Do we want to tackle multi? Like, it seems like ARM64 is big enough and important enough. Like, there's enough people using it where it seems like it should just be automatic. So I got a builder multi-arch. I got a new version a few seconds ago. All right, let's now go rerun our test. Tests are good. Let's get rid of those guys. Jammy Run was 18.14 megabytes. Let's go back to our test. Fast set build, yeah. Like, things are cool. We like when things work. Yeah, it's nice to make them fast. There was a JReleaser topic on using build packs and most. Yes, we're working on it. So I got to meet with Andres on Wednesday. Wednesday is when we started this build pack stuff too. I got to meet with him on Wednesday, and I basically just said, hey, I'm already kind of like in the build pack mindset. So how about you just let me do this kind of first pass. We're making progress. Thank you for joining us. Oh, my wife is calling. Hold on one sec. So I will hit the mute button and then I'll talk to her. All right, Daniel, we're working on it. Look at this. We're getting the whole crew. Hello, welcome, welcome. We are validating. We are validating. Icon, thank you so much for joining. What we're working on now is we started on Wednesday on making some changes for this build pack. the build pack that I'm trying to like complement made some changes. They added yarn and node engine, and my build pack, my scripts were failing because of those changes. So I'm trying to update my scripts so that the build pack features that I've been pushing out still work, so that everybody else can use it. And this looks like it's going, right? Yay. So now we've got past our GCC issue. And you know what else this makes me think? This makes me think that my the QEMU approach that I was working with Marcus, I think that maybe it was because of my day. Oh, we failed. We were so close. But what happened? What was LD cannot what? Okay, so let me look at here. So I'm scratching my head. So my run image is slightly different, right? It was 18.14, right? So we do have a different image. So I'm confused. I'm confusing myself at where I thought the run image is what things got ran on. So yeah, I'm just confusing myself a little bit. But again, we're trying to make it work first, and then we'll make it fast, and then we'll make it pretty. So this is ugly. This bash, I'm not proud. I'm trying to make it so that you don't have to mess with Docker files, right? So I'm creating a build pack so that you don't have to mess with Docker files. So we're in this jammy. We're in our run Docker file. So we know that the focal worked in the past, but we were trying to move up. And again, I should have just stayed with what they were doing upstream. So base files, build essentials, CA certs. I think what I need is like none of those. I think I need like the devel. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong file. I want to be looking at this one. And what it was missing, I don't know what these are or what they provide. So let's go back to my error. Let's go back to my error. And not there. But yeah, it was. And what it said here was cannot find -lz. LD cannot find -lz. Linux. What is LD? Anybody remember? LD. Look at new linker. Okay. Usually the last step in compiling a program is to run LD. So user bin LD cannot find -lz. Okay. cannot find value, so solve this. So libz. So it's this. That's all. libz. That's what I read. That's what I saw. So then I go back here. I was like, okay, libz is what I'm missing. And I see I've got this over here. zlib, libz, zlib. Could those be the same thing? I don't know for sure. But it's worth a shot, right? So let's take a look at our jammy run. And let's see if we can get some of this zlibg stuff. Wait, uh-oh. I got it. But the difference is I don't have the dash dev. So I got zlibg. Hello. But I need zlibg dash dev. And I think with zlibg, if I do this, I get them both, right? So check, does this look right? Is my mind in the right spot? We're just trying to get it to work. You know, this might be the ugly, not best practice on how to package, but we're just trying to get it to work. Run Docker file. All right, let's try this. Git add dot git commit change zlib 1g to zlib 1g dash dev. Okay, I mean, what could possibly go wrong? So we've done that. What will happen then is our pipeline will kick off here, which it already has. And when that's done, we'll go and build the manifest and we'll be done. So in the meantime, should I have the manifest creation just happen here? Maybe I should. We'll explore that in a little bit. But now, while that's running, we have a couple of minutes. Let's switch back over to the JReleaser. All right. So what we're doing in the JReleaser, the other part here is I need a buildpack. We're going to add that. Let me get this. Nope, that didn't work. So, buildpack API version. The one that I was using over here was 0.2. Let's see if that still works. Buildpack ID and metadata. Again, I'm just recopying this one from the other buildpack. So the ID that we're going to give it is io dot. I don't want to call it mine. What name should I give it? It seems right direction. I feel like that's a good idea. So what I was doing before was io.deshawn.cnb.buildpack.cobol. Just to follow the same convention, because who knows where I'll change it. Version 0.0.1. Okay, stacks. I don't think I have to put that there just yet. I'm gonna leave that off. No, it might fail. Let's see. So let's just use this io.sean.cnb.stack.bionic. So that already exists, so that's already out there. We'll just use that one and we'll go from there. Like, we're gonna make it work first. So the other part that I have is I've got a package. Let's do it this way though. I am going to change this. Package.tommy. And in my package, I'm going to use point to the build pack equals build pack. Hello. Now, the difference here is I think that I need to add. Did I do it already? I need to add. Let's go over here to, or go to buildpacks, buildpacks.io. We're going to the docs and we're looking for dependencies. So here in my package, I want to add dependencies. And those dependencies, the ones that I want Maven, and I want Gradle, and Belsoft Liberica. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle here. Let's go take a look. Check the status. That's going. That worked. Let's go kick off the manifest build. And we'll, I know that this is weird and it's hard to follow the way my mind works, but we're working on build packs today. And we're working on two now. We're working on this Paketo ARM64 build pack, and we're working on the JReleaser build pack. So over here on the JReleaser build pack, what I know is I want dependencies. I want to add some dependencies to this build pack. So build packs can have dependencies of other build packs. So what I'm going to do is I want to look at, let's find an example that uses dependencies, and then I should have one somewhere. Here, package toml. So from the Java build pack, here's what they do. We're adding our dependencies. So we're going to grab Belsoft Liberica, and we're going to put that in our package toml. Oops, I'm in the wrong thing. Like so. Name. Here, we'll do this copy. Paste. Doesn't like that. Okay. This is a funny from the JetBrains client. Okay. So dependencies. URI. So Liberica 10.1.0 sounds good. The other one I want. Hello. I want Maven and Gradle. So Gradle 7.1.0. Gradle 7.1.0 and Maven 6.14.1. So I'm telling this dependency, this JReleaser dependency, I need a JVM. I like to make an optional, maybe I need Gradle, maybe I need Maven, but I'm making these dependencies for this build pack. All right, let's circle back. I feel like that's good. I'm checking on my action, my builder worked. So now let's grab a new version. Let's get rid of these guys. Delete because we want to get the latest version of what we just built. And then let's go run our test. So now we're back on the Paketo ARM64. And we're going to run our test. That got really close last time. What we changed was we added the zlib dev. And we're going to see if this works. We're testing. We just want to keep on moving forward. Let's see. It says your OS memory is insane. Heavy computation right there. Laptop or PC. So I am working on a Mac Studio on this box. But I'm also working on a remote box. I'm not sure which one you saw the memory usage on, but on a Linux box, I'm using JetBrains client to reach back over to a Linux box. And that one's got 64 gigs on it. It's a Nook. You hear how slow the music is? That's because we're doing all the stuff over here. We're doing the Growl VM, which is eating up all the processor. And it's literally slowing down the music. And we're hoping now that the LD with LZ flag works. It got down to step 7 of 7 on the previous run, so hopefully this works. But Icon, thanks for joining. I miss you too. We need to catch up. I still haven't done the whole stand-up thing yet, but I'd like to. Ugh, music. Painful to hear it slow down like that. Maybe that's what I should do today. I got this whole other box here that could be my streaming machine that just takes the in and out and do all the streaming part. That's what I should be doing. Maybe I'll do that later. So slow. So it's that so on this machine I'm doing the streaming and it's handling all the stuff and it's trying to do the Growl VM stuff. So especially when I'm doing Growl VM, I should be streaming from another machine and just show this one. Oh, that's cool. The music sounds fine on your end. On my side, it doesn't. It slows down. So that's weird. All right. It failed. All right. Well, I was guessing. So here. LD returned exit status 1. So collect 2. So let's do this. So I do have access to a Ubuntu box. Let's just do a pick like this one. Let's do app search LZ. Let's do it libz. My wife is calling back. Please hold. All right. We're looking for this. We think it's something to do with libz, right? So is there a... I might have to go searching. What's weird though, what's weird is that this was working. I didn't have to add this before. So something somewhere has changed. And right now I don't know. So let's take another peek. Let's see what else could possibly be wrong. So libz.so. See that they're getting it from zlib1g, just like we did, right? zlib1g-dev. Did I do that right? Did I type it right? Because that wouldn't really fail. It wouldn't really error out. They would just say, hey, I can't find that, right? zlib1g-dev. Is that a thing? Let's check over here. Clear. cd app search zlib1g-dev. Yeah. That makes sense. So that should be there. Did it work? zlib1g. So if I go into here, when I created my jammy stack here, see where we have GCC. I should see hello, I'm going to go back up here. Yeah, it's in all the essentials. I should see a zlibg-dev. And there's libc zlib1g, but what about zlib1g-dev? Did I skip a step? And this is where I can't be the only one that does this. Like, did I really do the things that I think I did? Now look. This one did not get zlib1g-dev. Is there a new one? Here, did I put it in the right file? It didn't do it. Okay, so let's double check. So here, this is my run, zlib1g. Let's go here, and let's give it to this guy too, just to make certain. Why? I feel like I'm doing something silly here. Let me create this jammy stack. Build image. The build image is jammy build. The run image is jammy run. Well, again, we are going to what? So it might be the right build. We'll see. And yeah, let's take a look at that. Let's get into that. Test containers. This is wrong, right? I don't want to be messing with this. This should be ARM64. What a mess. What a mess. I got a lot of work to do here. And what I'd really like to do is be like, hey, I don't need to do this because I can go and use Daniel Makusa's stack. But I'd also like to understand it. All right, let's try. Let's see. Let's see. There's zlib g1-dev. Fantastic. We should see it here as well. I should change those names up here where it just says Docker build. change this into jammy run, and this into jammy build. Oh wait, I can't do that. That's not the label. That's the actual command. But I think that you can do like a name. I think you can add a name to the step. Again, this is circled CI. I won't change that yet. Make it run, then make it fast, and it'll make it pretty. So that's good. Let's go back to our actions builder. This is for our manifest. The other thing I could do is, instead of pulling down the multi-architecture one, I could just grab the builder arm. I could just grab the builder arm. "21 minutes ago. Oh, if it doesn't find any changes, it won't push. Because all we've been doing is changing the underlying stack. Okay. All right, that manifest should be going. Here, manifest is going, it's creating. I can go back here, back, and let's see if we get a new manifest. A builder is what we're looking for. Not stack run. We got that already. We want to see our builder. We got one 20 minutes ago. I feel like that's weird. This is the problem with jumping back and forth between projects. Like, hey, where was my pointer on that project? And I know it's a problem. It's just the way my brain works. Created manifest. I should have a new builder tiny. I got a new builder arm a few seconds ago. Why did I get a new builder arm a few seconds ago? This guy's not pushing a builder arm, right? Manifest. This guy creates builder. He doesn't create builder arm. And this one should not have ran. Yeah, just builder. Just create the manifest. I need to do some cleanup. That is clear. Because if I can't understand it, how can I expect you to understand it? Right? There we go. Now we've got a new builder. Now we're gonna do this like local test. Let's go and clean up our stuff. Okay. Just get it. Clean up all the stuff. All right. Let's go to our test project that we're using to build a native image. And now this should pull down the latest. What we've done, the change was we added zlibg-dev. And this time we're certain, or we're hoping that we get that zlibg-dev out. I might have missed a step somewhere. So this is on the M1 ARM64 image. That's why we're doing the work, is because there's a lot of you are using ARM64 for your local machine, or you're deploying to ARM64. So that's the whole purpose of this little companion project for the Paketo build pack, is to give ARM64 support to our Java community. So for a while I've been delivering a similar build pack for ARM64, and then I started making a multi-architecture build pack where I grabbed the x86 from upstream and I combine it with my ARM64 version, and I deliver that, so it doesn't matter where you're running. The same builder/build pack will work because we want to get this upstreamed. In parallel, Daniel Makusa has created a multi-architecture stack. So if we can get this running, we'll switch over to his stack, which I don't know what it's based on. So let me ask. I don't have all the answers, but I like to say that I've got Slack. So let's send a message over to Daniel. Oh, and then I'm also reminded that I've got this Pi4j starter that I need to update. Palms, let me up on my chain. Not sure if I understand the Spring Boot project enough yet. I think the context should well based on auto configure. Yes. So that was on Tuesday. But let me switch over here. Let's see if we can shout a message over to Daniel. Okay. What? I'm running into some issues with my stack. I think I'm going to switch over to your multi-arch stack and see where that gets me. All right, I'm running into problems. It looks like it's the same. Cannot find LZ. Why? So there's a few things here. Okay, that is pulling down the run image. That feels like a problem to me. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to try it one more time. I'm going to let Daniel know that this is what I'm running into. This is what... All right, I've got some wires crossed somewhere, so we're gonna just sit back and think about this. Daniel has created a stack. So my problem is not, I don't think, in my builder. I think my problem is in the stack and the way I'm using the stack. So let's think about this. I have images from Daniel that I believe are base. Those images that you created, multi-arch stack. Are those Jimmy? Bionic? Vocal? Question mark? Are they base or tiny? I think they're base. So fail same way. Okay. So let's try this. Let's look. Okay, we're not gonna be testing for a minute. So here's what we're gonna do. We want to like pause. I'm chasing my tail a little bit. So let's draw some pictures and let's talk about this. And now, buildpack. Building blocks of a cloud native buildpack. I want to see if I can show some pictures. Right, so the first thing it does is the detect phase. Then the build. And this happens, see, this is supposed to happen with the build, right? The build image. So, what's weird is how come I'm downloading the run image That's what it would run on. Maybe it's not using that. Maybe it's still in my builder. Yeah, I'm confusing myself. So let's go back here. If I go back to my Paketo, my script. So let's start at the top. Some of the things we do. Hey, this is where we're doing all the work. Work can't be empty. Somewhere early. So here's the Java native image version. I get the builder toml. So that's for my builders. Now I pull Jammy build tiny, I pull Jammy run. So when I'm creating this, I pull these versions. Then I go and pull these guys. Okay. Instead, let's see what we can do. So what I'm going to do is I've got these other versions. They were shared. We're going to try it. I think I actually pushed them. So let's go and grab those images. So here's the OCI files. If you have any ideas how to load them into a registry, let me know. So I'm going to push Oh, I did already. So check this out. I already pushed them. So they exist out here. I've got a test build OCI and a test run OCI. So those are the ones that we want to we want to try. And it's an ARM64. Yeah, wait. Yeah, it's only importing one architecture. Okay. Well, this is a bummer. So the build and then the test run. You know what I bet it needed to be? I bet I needed to do, instead of import, I bet I needed to do import manifest. Okay, we're totally on a sidetrack. Side mission, side quest, whatever you want to call it, we are on it. So let's circle up here. Let's share what I'm looking at. I'm going to grab this build OCI, download, put it into downloads. Okay, so I have a build OCI, yes. Replace it, and then I'm going to download this run OCI. So these are just files that I got from Daniel Makusa on March 8th. Okay, so let's take a look at what those are. So if I am, let's grab a terminal. Let's grab one that we can actually see. Okay. Let me do this. So in my download directory, let's go to Fun Sean Paketo, and let's move downloads build.oci and move downloads run.oci. Okay, so now we've got these two files. If I do a docker manifest, is there a manifest inspect? Yes. Docker manifest inspect the build.oci. What? Manifest inspect. I have to get it like a an image manifest or manifest list. So I've got a file. I have an OCI image. Is a manifest is not an image? So let's do this. Let's do docker inspect build.oci. Inspect. No such object. So when I do this, that's cool. Let's get rid of those. We're not messing with those at the moment. Okay. I've got an OCI image that we think is a manifest. We think it's a manifest. But I think a manifest only exists inside of a registry with directions. So let's test this out. So if I do this, if I say docker import build.oci, if I do it on this machine, clearly I think I do docker inspect. Wait. Docker inspect cool architecture ARM64. Now if I do it this way, let's go and let's copy, let's SCP that same, which one did I do? Build. Let's copy that build OCI over to a different computer, Shonat Kaikaku. Is that gonna work? How about this Kaikaku? Okay, it's going. So now we're putting on a Linux machine. So let's go over to that Linux machine and let's do the same thing. Docker import build.oci. Docker images, and let's say docker inspect that image, and look at that, it got the AMD 64 one. Okay, so that OCI image when I do the import, so let's sit back. So if I do this, docker manifest, can I do a manifest import? For annotating, okay. Push a manifest list. Oh, here, that. Let's do docker push, wait, docker manifest. Just docker push, docker manifest push help. Apologies, the wifey. Again, I think I got this. I think I'm set here. That wasn't working. So, oh, wait. Is she doing it again? No? All right, so here's what we're going to try. Instead of, let's see, the Docker images, let's do Docker RM. Remove that. Oh, hold on. All right. Wait, what are they doing? Docker images. I want to do, I'll do it this way because I don't remember the command. Okay. Delete, get out of here. And instead of doing the Docker push of the OCI image, we're going to try Docker, or import, we're going to try Docker manifest push build.oci. So this is a manifest. But the push doesn't give me an option. Okay, so let's take a look. What I normally do in the manifest part is I say, hey, Docker, create this manifest, amend it with this. I get multiple images. So then I get some named manifest. So what I think Daniel did was he created that manifest and then what are my other options here? Docker manifest. So I did that. Create, inspect, display an image manifest. If I do Docker, let's go back to my terminal. If I do Docker manifest inspect build, this doesn't work. Requested access to the resources denied. But when I push this OCI image from ARM64, I get an ARM64 image. When I push this OCI image from x86, I get an x86. We already validated that. So inside of this image, inside of this build.oci, it has the instructions for both x86 and ARM. So I think it is a manifest. So let's rebuild it. Let's rebuild it. Ooh. we are doing the hacky of hack. So watch this. We are doing the hacky of hack. What I already did was here. We went and saw for Deshaun test run OCI. Boom. I have a ARM64 that is latest. If I go, so let's do this. Test run OCI. Let's do this. We're going to do on this x86, or no, this is ARM64, Docker import build.oci. And it's going to say, cool. When I Docker inspect, well, let's do Docker image. We'll get the short one, right? Now I'm going to do Docker inspect this image ID, and guess what it's going to be? It's going to be an ARM. Oops. It's going to be an ARM64 image. Cool. Now what I'm going to do? Now I've got the ARM from that manifest. I've got the ARM64 image. Now watch this. I'm going to go Docker tag this guy with test OCI. Was it build? Test OCI build ARM64. Docker images. All right, so now I got test. Now watch this. I'm gonna go Docker push. Oh, here, let's do it this way. Docker tag this, whoops, with Deshaun / test OCI build ARM64. Docker images. Okay. So now Docker push Deshaun test OCI build ARM64. Cool. So now I've got an ARM64 version of that image up on my Docker Hub. We should figure this out, all right? Now, let's go over to Kaikaku and let's do the same thing over here. Docker images, right? We have our same image. Let's just do it again just to make sure. Let's do Docker import that same build.oci into a registry that's on an x86. Docker images, Docker inspect. This guy. And I see that I've got x86. Now let's do Docker tag that image with Deshaun test. What did I call it before? I think it was test build OCI. Test OCI build. So we're going to call test OCI build AMD 64. Docker images. Boom, I have a test OCI build. Now Docker push Deshaun test OCI build AMD 64. Voila. What did you do there, Deshaun? From the denied, requested access to the resources denied. Oh, I'm not all like logged in and stuff. I'm not logged in. Do I have fun, Deshaun? Paketo. I gotta get my credentials and stuff, which I think I have somewhere. I got them over here, right? Do I have all right, so let me do this real quick. SCP .mvrc to Deshaun at Kaikaku. Cool. And then over on that machine, maybe I didn't have my credentials. Somewhere I had credentials. Please hold. I'll try not to expose myself here too bad. Nope, that's not it. Somewhere around here, I've got some credentials that will allow me to do this Docker push. We're not working. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get this manifest up. Hopefully, I just got to get some credentials somewhere. I gotta get some credentials from somewhere to do this. I don't know where. Please hold. Fun. Sean. Like, how did I push over here before? I need a Docker Hub username. Oh, I could just do like Docker login, right? Come on, like Docker login with Deshaun. My password. That's what. So I just gotta grab a password from somewhere. I have it somewhere. Oof, gotta remember all. Docker access token. Later. Copy. Paste. Login succeeded. All right. Now let's do that same thing. So now we're logged in. And hello. And we're going to try this Docker push OCI build AMD64. Yes. Yes. So now, what do? We push these images. I have an AMD 64 and an ARM 64 version, which is weird because it pushed the whole thing. I think it pushed the whole thing, but I think it's doing it right. But it pushed an OCI image. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to this machine just because. Now what we're going to do is we're going to follow the same steps that we did here, where I say create a manifest from the two different versions. So let's do this. Here, let's say Docker manifest create Deshaun. What did I call it? Test OCI build amend. Yep, Deshaun test OCI build ARM 64 amend Deshaun test OCI build AMD 64. Created. Now Docker manifest push Deshaun test OCI build. I think this is going to work. So now I have a manifest. I should have a manifest here. That is Deshaun test OCI build. And I look. Yeah, buddy! I've got an AMD 64 version and an ARM 64 version. So let's shout that out. I gotta tell Daniel. I figured out a way to get the manifest created. It was hacky, but it's working. And give them the URL. Boop. So now we gotta do the same thing for the run build. Oh boy. So like we're going around in circles, but we're making progress. I'm not doing anything that I wanted to do today, but we are making progress. So let's just remind ourselves what we're doing. Docker images. So what I did before was I uploaded that image. Now we're gonna do the Docker import run. And we're gonna take those same steps. Docker tag. Wait, let's do images. Get this short. It's this image ID, and we're on ARM 64. So Docker tag this with Deshaun test OCI run ARM 64. Docker push Deshaun test OCI run ARM 64. Push that up to Docker Hub. Now let's go over and do the same thing on an ARM64, on an x86 machine. I only have the build OCI. Oh, let's SCP that run OCI image to Paketo. Okay, so now I've got that run image, and let's do the Docker import run. Docker images. Here it is. Docker tag that image that we just imported with Deshaun test OCI run AMD 64. Docker push Deshaun test OCI run AMD 64. Jammy base. All right, so I'm live streaming now. If you want to listen in, Daniel Makuza is online. Handshake timeout. What? All right, there we go. All right, nice. I'll be at my poor ears. Keep poor headphone users in mind. Oh, is my music too loud? Is my music too loud? I hope not. Let me know. If my music is too loud, let me know. I can turn it down. I wonder what. So now I uploaded, let's validate where we're at, right? I just uploaded the AMD 64 version and the ARM 64 version of the run part of the stack. So now I'm going to do it on this x86 computer just to show that it doesn't matter where I do it. Docker manifest create Deshaun test OCI run. The manifest, and I want to amend that manifest with two different versions. Deshaun test OCI run AMD 64 and amend Deshaun test OCI run ARM 64. Docker manifest push Deshaun test OCI run. And then when I go here, I should now have a Deshaun test OCI run, and the tags should have two versions, AMD 64 and ARM 64. This is good. Oh, the whoop was his hat. All right. All right. We're doing stuff. We are doing stuff. So now we have multi-architecture versions of a stack. And this stack, I just found out, is jammy base. We're going to leave it here. I'm now trying to use your stack instead of fixing my stack. I just got the manifest. The manifest. As pushed to Docker Hub. So now I have multi-arch stack in my Docker Hub. About to make the change to use that stack. Fingers crossed. All right. we're cooking with gas. So we did that. We don't need to be on this machine anymore. And I think we're good here. So let's circle back to what we're doing. We can do this locally. We don't have to like do the big, long, slow change. But what we're going to do is let's kind of like reset here. What we're going to do is we are going to walk through. I can get rid of those files. We are going to walk through our script. So what it does now. Hey, build pack. Hey, we're going to make a work directory. The work directory, build packs, cool. And we make a link from build packs to Sean. So here we are grabbing the tiny builder. So first thing is, do I want to grab the tiny builder TOML or the base builder? Because my stack is using base. So let's go take a look at those. Paketo build packs base builder. I don't think it's called that. Let's go to github.com, Paketo build packs. So this is what I was doing. Whoops. Tiny builder. This is what I was doing. Builder. What I was doing, what my script is doing, is going in and it's grabbing this base or this tiny builder, which has multiple build packs in it. It uses this version of lifecycle. It does the order. And down here, it says, hey, here's the stack that we're using. And the difference, run image, build image, run image, tiny CMD. So let's do this. Let's just think about it for a sec. It grabs that builder and then it outputs it into here. So that's where I get this builder. And then we probably make some other changes later on. What would happen if we grab the, I think it's the base builder. Is what it's called. Yeah, so base builder also has a TOML, which is, it's got a little bit more stuff in it. It's got more stuff in it, and it uses a different stack. So I don't have to change my builder. I think I can still use the same stack that we just did without making the changes and grabbing in all the other build packs. So that's what we're gonna try. And we'll see, like, we're doing it live. What could possibly go wrong? All right, so here we're still gonna grab this builder TOML. We're gonna grab this native image based on what it gets out of that builder TOML. We're gonna grab the Java based on what it gets out of there. We're gonna grab the proc file based on that and go. So we get the versions of those build packs. I'm gonna move this thing away from my feet. So that's cool. Let's keep going. I think I can still do this, but what happens here is in this, where it says the build image is this. Where do I make that change? I know I do make that change later. We'll get to it. So pull these guys. No. What I want to do now, I actually don't think I need to do that. Do I? Let's see if I can do it without that. Let's do it this way. But then we're saying go pull those. I don't know why. So then these are some of the functions. So let's see what we actually do. So first thing we say is, hey, go clone that build pack and then do the Java work. Then we say go clone the native image build pack and just make the updates for all the versions and stuff. Then what we do is in that builder toml, we do something. I don't know what this is. What does it even do here? Oh, I think it's deleting stuff. I bet it's deleting the last 5 lines. That's what that's doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's deleting the last 5 lines. Just make it work, right? So it's deleting the last 5 lines, and then it's adding this part. Stack, jammy, stack. Stack, jammy. Wait, stack, jammy, jammy, stack. It adds these. Okay, so I'm gonna make a new thing here. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna make a new directory called test jammy base. And we're gonna do the stack that we're trying to run. Test jammy base. Okay, what we're trying to run, the build image is Docker IO Deshaun test OCI build. That's a manifest. That's a manifest. So if I'm on x86, it'll grab the x86 version. Let's go take a look. Let's just remind ourselves here. This is a manifest that we pushed up. If I'm on x86, it's going to grab the x86 version. And if I'm on ARM64, it should grab the ARM64 version. And we can use these digests, we can use those SHAs to validate that we got the right version. The stack, IO Paketo stacks tiny. I think it's got to be IO Paketo stacks. Build. So it says Bionic here. If we go back, I'm hacking this together. So I'm going to leave it as tiny, even though the stack isn't the tiny stack. My builder is the tiny. No, I shouldn't do that. I should do it this way. I should call it, but it's not Bionic. He told me that it was jammy. So there's going to be a delta, but let's just do this. Let's call it, I need to match it with whatever he said it was. Right, when you create this environment variable. I've got to get this environment variable out of the image, that CMB stack ID. So in Docker images, I have I can Docker inspect Deshaun test OCI build ARM64. I can inspect that. Can I see the env? I don't imported from. I can't see the stack, but this is a build pack. So what if I do pack? Oh, pack. I gotta do pack. Build pack inspect. I learned that lesson. Build pack inspect. Oh, it's not a build pack. It's just a stack. Okay. So how do I find out the build pack ID? Well, Daniel was answering his Slack a second ago. I hacked my way through. He asked, how did you get the OCI? You know, what I did, I pushed the. I used Docker import on an ARM64 registry, then on an AMD64 registry, then I recreated the manifest using those images and then pushed the new manifest. Very hacky, I know, but it's working. Can you tell me the stack ID that you used in those images? I'm trying to use them now. All right. Hopefully we will make some progress. Could be the run image. Yeah, the build image should have that lib, but I think libg should be in the run image too. That's odd. It was definitely using the run image. I don't know why. I switched to all right, we just got to get this ID, and while we wait to hear back on that, we can breathe. let's just breathe. There's got to be a way to look. So I've asked Daniel. Ooh, interesting. Run image mirrors. Can you guys hear the lawnmower outside? There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way for me to take a look at that. It's 11. Sorry, I'm going to do a little quick time check here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. What does it say? Quick time check. Okay, I can work on this for another hour. Yes. Perfect. All right, I got some time here. So we don't know the stack. We could guess. What else could I do? The OCI image is just a tar GZ, right? I can do like the. Is it knife? Docker knife? Knife Docker? Do I have that? Dive. There's a way for me to take a look inside. So I'm thinking what this provides, this should be an environment variable running inside the stack. But shouldn't I also see that label? Shouldn't I see the label when I do the Docker inspect? No, Docker inspect. Is there not a label? So let's look. Do I have that? Do I have a label when I do jammy stack? Let's go take. I just want to see what the differences are here. I have these images that these stack images, stack run, stack build, I have jammy, so let's jammy run, tiny, jammy run, Docker pull, Sean, jammy run, tiny. Oop. Hello. Why is this not working? Docker inspect f JSON config labels $CID. Oh, the container ID. Sean. Test OCI build ARM64. I'm trying here, Simon. The Docker inspect. Format string. Format the output using the given Go template. Oh, let's see what I did. There's supposed to be a space there. No. Okay. Then that's what I saw. But now if I do it here, why is it not working? There we go. Now, so it actually worked here. So I have that label in that image. And I'll bet I've got ENVs as well. Yep. Wait, let's do that. Docker inspect Sean Amy run tiny. So there's the labels. Labels in the so it's just that label in my stack. Oh, yes. In my stack, I have the only place where I'm showing that stack ID is here. The IO buildpack stack ID is a label. That doesn't exist on this other image. Sorry. It doesn't exist. What is buzzing? Test OCI run ARM64. It doesn't exist here. There's no label. And there's no ENV. Which may or may not be all right. Let's look at this one. The build. still no labels. Still no EMD. All right, so the question is like, how do I get that? How do I set the io.buildpacks.stack.id for those images? It doesn't exist as a label at the moment. Let me. Okay, so maybe it got removed. Let's do it this way. Let's do Docker pull Sean test OCI, or it's like test build OCI. And then let's do Docker inspect. So this is the first time I did it. Sean test build OCI. Nope, still doesn't have a label. So how do I know? How do I know what the stack ID is? How should I figure out what the stack ID is? We're getting there. We are getting there. So I am trying to figure this out, or trying to figure out. Let's assume that we don't need to provide that stack ID. Let's just go forward and say, hey, IO Paketo stacks. Let's call this test. We're defining it. Let's just call it test. And let's go back. So remove last 5 lines, and instead of putting in the jammy stack, we're going to put in stack test jammy base. Test jammy base. Test jammy base.toml. Test jammy base.toml. Okay, so we're gonna add, we're gonna say, hey, here's your stack, here's what it is, and here's the ID that you're gonna use. And that is done when we pack our file, the builder arm. And then pushing it. All right, let's see what it does. Let's see. So what we think, what we're expecting, I don't know why I pulled these images before. Let's just see if it works. Because, oh, this is gonna reference the images. Is that why I needed to pull it? So this is test OCI run. So is that why I needed to pull them? Because I needed them there? We'll see. Scripts, tiny. Let's do this first. Let's get rid of all of our stuff. Delete. Yeah, all of that's all pushed. Everything else is missing. Good. Okay, so now we're clean, and we have a clean environment, and let's run this and let's see what happens. It's downloading Paketo buildpacks go. It's downloading some stuff. Oh, it's cloning the repos. So here's where it's doing the clone stuff. Here's where we're at. And I think it's doing the Java work, or no, is it up here still? Clone build pack. It clones all the build packs, and then it builds them. Where's the Java work? Builds those build packs. And then it builds all the local build packs. All right, so now we're building stuff. Might have to circle back on the node engine. That's probably got some architecture specific stuff. Now we're doing it for the Java native image, I'm guessing. There we go. All right. So, so this is why we need to pull it down. So we were pulling it down. Run image is not accessible. So where I was up here, I want to pull down those images. Make sure that those images are available. And instead, we're going to pull Docker pull Sean test OCI build. Do this and Docker pull Sean test OCI run. Easy peasy. Do it again. Sorry, that'll take some time. Hey, Thomas. Thomas, thanks for joining. What I am trying to do right now is I ran into some problems. My ARM64 multi-architecture builder, it was using the wrong stack image. So I chased some problems for a little bit, and then I think, look, Daniel Makusa already made an image that's a multi-architecture stack. He already created that. So instead of me chasing my tail on what's broken in my stack, let me use his. And we're kind of coming at this from both ways. So we've got like a multi-architecture builder, and he created a multi-architecture stack. So we're going to kind of meet in the middle, and that's what we're doing right now. So we're going to ignore the stacks that I built, the ARM64 stacks, and we're going to use his multi-architecture stacks. And yeah, and hopefully the multi-architecture stack and the multi-architecture builder can work together. That's what we're trying to do. We're messing with build packs today. We're doing this based on build packs are awesome. I don't want you to have to deal with Docker files. Docker files aren't fun. I want you to just use build packs. And then we've also been switching back and forth. We're going to build a build pack for JReleaser. So we started to mess with that for a little bit. And in this case, we got our detect phase we think is done. And now we're going to do the build phase of that. But yeah, we're kind of jumping back and forth. We're jumping back and forth. Scatterbrained a little bit. End of the week. It's actually a holiday. It's a PTO day for VMware. in the US anyways. But I like what I do. We're having fun. We could potentially, if things go well, you're getting some odd reverb audio or akin. Oh, that is so weird. You know what? I'll just turn off this music. I'll be all right with that. And Simon says, hello, Thomas. We are doing stuff. All right. Okay, wait. Invalid build image. Adding image labels to builder. Wait, what? Invalid build image. Oh, it says right here, missing required ENV var. CNB user ID. Yeah, there you go. Yes, that is real. There is a lawnmower outside. Yes, not music. Okay. Yep, that's what it is. It's a lawnmower. You can't really soundproof windows. Like I put extra soundproofing up in the top and in the walls, but you can't soundproof windows as much. Hello, thanks for joining. So here we got this new problem. Let's copy this and let's shoot it over here. New I'll say current issue. Pop, pop, pop. Here. So that's from trying to use the all right, so can I know what it looks like, right? I know what it's supposed to look like because I do that over here. Right, it's these items I think that I need. And they aren't showing up. So let's do this again. Because this might be a problem of where I do this import and the import's only grabbing something so that it might exist in that image that I got. I don't know how he built those original OCI images. So let's grab those again and let's see what we can learn here. So I'm going to download the build image again and the run image. All right, so let's move. These are the ones that we originally got. So can we inspect those? Docker inspect the build No. When I import it, I can, but this is just a TGZ, right? Let's tar dash XPF OCI. Okay, so we got a bunch of blobs here. Oh, so it is a manifest. So now we're getting to like where we thought. This is a manifest. And it's got an ARM and an AMD. So that's awesome. So that's our index, which is great. Let's image layout version. Okay. And then it's going to have in it all the different layers. Let's see. Sorry. What did I miss? Jay says, do you know to decrypt a file? Hey, all right, guys, the last bit of work done for today. Have a good, nice weekend. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. You have a good weekend also. But I'm not sure. Can you scroll down to line 12? In here, maybe? So it added the group and the user. All right. But what I'm doing now is I'm looking inside of the original OCI, and it looks like it's right. So here in that manifest, I've got this. I've got a bunch of blobs here. Okay, these are all blobs. These are all TGZs. I don't know which is which. There's probably a nice little tool. Yeah. Yep. Questions vague. Yep. Okay. So the manifest looks right. Let's take a peek at these guys. These are the biggest ones. So let's assume that those are the base image. Let's just take a look and see what we can find. I'm just going to unsub them here. XPF 01. That one. Where thing is it wouldn't be in the file system. The things that I'm looking for aren't a part of the file system. The things that I'm looking for, this specifically, right? Also, it would be in like Etsy group, but the problem, where would I get that label? I feel like that should be not here. Cat that index. So this tells me that this is where it gets it from. This is the SHA. So on this guy, I should have that SHA inside of my blobs. Right there. Right? So if I do tar maker in there, what? Is there anything in that temp? Tar xbf slash that one. 6. Wait, so that is a file? Cat that. Okay, oh, okay, cool. Cat that type JQ. All right. So, I hope you guys are following. This is one of the SHAs that is a part of the manifest. Right, it's just a list of gzips. So these are the things that are in that file. But when I create the image from those, I have layers. I mean, when I create the image, and let's go back here. If I can do this, Docker inspect Jean test OCI run ARM64. Oh, I got rid of it. Test OCI run. I don't have any labels. So when I do this, my container doesn't have any labels. And in that file, right, we pulled that file. Where would I expect those to be? Let's do this. Let's do the same thing. Let's make their temp 2. And let's do a Docker images. Let's do Docker pull Sean Jammy run tiny. How do I download it? Export, Docker export. I think. Docker export. Sean Jammy run tiny. no such container. Look at that. It has a label. What is this? This one has a label. No label. No label. So it's got 2 layers. The first one is a label. So, what I know I can do, again, Hacky McHackerson here, or what I think I can do, is I could go like this, and I could say, look, just like I did up here, I could say, new file, Docker file. I could say from Sean test OCI run, add a label, that's it. I can say this. In my script, I said, I gave it a test, right? I said, IO Paketo stacks test. IO Paketo stacks test. I can do that, and that would, the only thing that would be different is I would have that same image with a layer that has a label. So what happens if I do that? If I say can't retrieve image ID. Oh, what is this? What? Oh, wait. I did it wrong. It's Deshaun slash. Okay, there's my ID. If I go here and look at my images, and now I've got this guy, and now it's got a label. Okay, so we're doing this like baby steps. I'm going around. I needed to add a label, so let's take that. And let's Docker tag tag this guy. Oh, Docker tag that image ID. Docker tag this guy with Deshaun. Test OCI run so this is again just an what happens if I do it what happens if I do it from the manifest? What happens if I do it from the manifest? And so we're here. Let's move build.oci into stack, test Jenny base, and move that guy into stack, test Jenny base. And let's say I do this from, right, I can do this when I do a Docker file from, I can do it from a local file, right? From image name. From platform image. All right, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna, fight through it here. I did this, I have my, wait, isn't that how we do it? Cool. Can I do multiples? but I still have two containers now, right? There you go. Right. So yeah. These are the ones that I just created. Okay, I can do that. So I'm just, in my head, I've got now labeled versions of the run. So what I can do is I can take those versions. Haggy McHackerson. So this is the AMD 64 version. Let's do this. Let's Docker tag that AMD 64 version with Sean. Labeled. No. I grabbed the tag of the AMD 64. Labeled CI run AMD 64. So now I've got a version that's up in my registry that has a label on it. I'm going to do the same thing here. Docker tag this labeled version with Deshaun. Labeled OCI run ARM64. Docker push Deshaun. Labeled OCI run ARM64. Docker manifest create Deshaun test run OCI. No. Test OCI run amend Deshaun labeled OCI run AMD 64 amend Deshaun labeled OCI run ARM 64. Docker push Docker manifest push Deshaun test OCI run. Deshaun test OCI build ARM64 as labeled OCI build ARM64 label. Deshaun test OCI build AMD64 as label. So now I'm going to have two more images. I'm going to have an ARM64 and AMD 64 that have labels on them. It'll already find those. So be like, hey, yeah, that's cool, no problem. And then when I go over here, I've got two new versions. I've got the AMD 64 version and the ARM 64 version. We're going to do the same thing. So copy. We're going to do that same process. Docker tag this, right, the AMD 64 version with Deshaun labeled OCI build AMD 64. Docker tag this with Deshaun labeled OCI build ARM64 Docker manifest create Deshaun test OCI build amend Deshaun labeled OCI build AMD64 Deshaun labeled OCI build ARM64 dot no such manifest. Labeled OCI build AMD64. Oh, because I didn't push it. Docker push Deshaun labeled OCI build AMD64. ARM64. Now create the manifest. Docker manifest push Deshaun test OCI build. Excellent. Now go back to our script. We pull OCI build, we pull OCI run. Let's do that again. Let's do this. Let's clear out our local stuff. Let's get it all. Let's get all that back. Let's get rid of all the images that we made. So now we're clean. We got a clean environment. PWD. Let's do /scripts tiny.sh. Let's see what we got. Somebody, I hope, was keeping track of all the things that we've done and all these threads that I've been running through. We're trying to move to this multi-architecture stack that we got from Daniel Makusa. It didn't have labels, so we just added labels, and we're repushing it. We only added labels. You know what we didn't add? The error wasn't about the labels. The error was about the ENV. It needed the CNV user, and we didn't do that. Unbelievable. Why didn't you tell me about that? We'll get there. We'll get there. This will work slightly. The label will work, but we're still going to run into the error where the ENV. But did it say or? Let me see what my error was. Docker import throws away the labels. I don't remember the stack. Oh, he thinks it was probably IO buildpacks. Sorry, stepped away for lunch. No worries. No worries. Docker import throws away the labels. Okay. So this is just silly. The Docker import. I'm just doing. All right, if I've got a manifest, let's figure this out. how to Docker import manifest OCI. So Docker manifest inspect. Wait a minute. Did we try that? CD stack test database Docker manifest inspect. Requested access to the resources denied. What do I do if just dash insecure? But I can't look at this. Why? So is there another way to Docker manifest? So we got some things here. It looks like I could do just the import. When I do the import, I could put the labels. And I can also all right, so we're just trying a different way. Here's where I'm at. What if I do Docker import build, and I say change label io.paketo.stacks.jammy. Right, when I do platform, they don't have an example here, but I think when I do platform, I want it to be Linux ARM 64. Hold on, let's do that again. Let's see if that works. And then I should be able to do this. And let's see. Wrong. I have two different ones. They're the same size. What happens if I do it this way? So now I've got three. And when I do this one, I did the import. If I do Docker inspect, what it's going to show me is it's only got the one image. It didn't, so I've got my labels and stuff, that's good. But it's an image, it's not a manifest. It's an image, not a manifest. So if I did this, this is what I did. If I did what I would expect, what I would expect there. Oh, I gotta check my stats here. I gotta do a quick. Please, I didn't miss it. Okay. All right, we're racking our brain. I'm racking my brain. This is kind of that example where maybe I need to step back, try it again. I think I'm on a path here where I can get it working as expected, have the labels, have the ENV set properly, but I have to jump. I have another meeting that I need to go to. So I'll stop, and I will, yeah, what's this? I will come back later on, and we'll go from there. So awesome. See ya.